what's going on, guys? Eric here. I was playing my guitar whenever I started reflecting for a bit, and I thought to myself, you know, how many times have I actually been upset and I never realized it? Just because I never recognized the signs. And not only for me, but others. I couldn't tell them why I was feeling upset in the first place. So, I thought that it would be good if I made an actual video about what it's like for an INFJ to actually be upset. And not just us, but what it's like to see us upset. How do we physically react? What are our body language signs? What happens whenever we drop the ball, per se? Does it look like an extrovert? I mean, obviously we're introverts, but we have extroverted tendencies. Do we scream at someone? Do we voice our opinion? Do we keep it locked up? Do we express ourselves? Or do we just let it go until it finally blows up, you know? So, I gave it some thought, and I've got to be honest, it was hard coming up with this list. Mainly because anytime I thought of something, I immediately found a contradiction. There have been times I've done everything on the list, and there have been times I've done absolutely nothing on this list. And it was hard for me to really come to a nice balance. Because on the one hand, I felt like I was really an introvert in this list, and on the other hand, I felt like I was sometimes an extrovert who wanted to scream my head off just because I felt like the other person didn't get me. And that's a trademark of an introvert, to be passively aggressive, but what I found out was that I was more actively aggressive. And I thought to myself, maybe that's just because I'm a male. You know, male INFJs, something interesting about us is we can be a lot more aggressive with our emotions, where I think female INFJs tend to be a bit more passive. I've noticed that males, at least from my experience and what I've understood about myself, are actually rather aggressive with our speech whenever we get upset. Instead of just keeping silent or manipulating the person because we're angry at them, which by the way is a trademark of an unhealthy INFJ. I can't say I've ever done that. I could be wrong, my memory could be failing me, but I don't recall ever doing this. So I'm just going to say, for me personally, I tend to be a lot more vocal. But then I took some time to consider, and I realized, you know what? This is not true for all INFJs. So I came up with a nice middle ground, and this middle ground kind of covers everything from an introvert's perspective. But this is an introvert-extrovert list, meaning it happens on both an introverted level and an extroverted level. And I think this is kind of where we stand, because our FE makes us want other people to be understood and to communicate our feelings. Even though we sometimes have trouble communicating our feelings, it doesn't change the fact that us as INFJs still want to. And I found that whenever we're angry, we don't. Instead, we're quiet whenever we're angry. And this is where I really started running into trouble, because on the one hand, we want to communicate, but on the other hand, we want nothing to do with the other person. So this video is for INFJs and non-INFJs alike, but this is really predominantly for non-INFJ types to understand us. When you know an INFJ or you see one doing this, it means they're upset. Now, if it only happens whenever you are involved, you are the problem. In the INFJ's mind, you are the issue. And they will not tell you if you are the issue if they continue to do these signs over the course of time. One more thing, if you find an INFJ is upset with you, whatever you do, just leave us alone. We need time to calm down and get over whatever it is you've done to us. So here's what I've got. I wrote it down. How to know you have upset an INFJ. 1. When being around you makes us angry. For the person who is not the INFJ and wants to know if they've been the one who's upset the INFJ, pay attention to these signs. Body language. Are they frowning? Do their shoulders get tense when they are around you? Are they avoiding eye contact with you? Pay real close attention to this one. If they are avoiding eye contact with you, you probably are the problem. Because our FE makes us want to connect. And if we're not connecting with you, Ouch, you're in danger of being door slammed. Now the problem is with our NI. Our FE supplements our NI. Whenever we don't even look at you anymore, you better hope that you figure out the problem fast and fix it, because we're probably not going to tell you. If it's to the point where we're avoiding eye contact with you, forget it. You probably went too far. You probably reached a point where you pushed us so far inside of ourselves that we are so ticked off with you, we don't even want to open the door. In our mind, you're as good as dead for at least a day, or at least an hour. Until we finally calm down, you're as good as dead. If we're not looking at you, don't even try talking with us. I'm warning you. I am warning you. If you try talking with us, you're probably not going to get the response you're expecting. The third part, frowning, tense shoulders, avoiding eye contact. If we respond to you in short responses or one-word answers, for example, we only say as much as we need to. Boom, boom, boom. If we're not connecting with you, an alarm should be going off. Wait, their FE makes them want to connect with me. Why are they not connecting with me? What's going on? This is not always a cause for concern in the sense that we're angry with you, but it is a cause for concern. And it's one that, again, should just let it go. Stop trying to make us engage our FE. We don't want to right now. Leave us alone. That is what you should do if your INFJ is upset with you. Leave them alone. It's not personal. If you take it personally, you're just going to get on our bad side even more. Stop. All right? We're trying to get over our own emotions so that we can connect with you again. We want to. All right? But right now, we're too upset to do anything about that. So again, if we're avoiding eye contact with you, if we're responding in one-word answers or short responses, short sentences, and or we are not responding to half of the conversation, stop trying to make us engage. If we're not talking, there's a reason for it. Just let us go. If we walk away from you without a word, that's a big sign. The moment we walk away from you, not even saying a word, leave us alone, you messed up. You messed up, period. I don't care who the INFJ is, male or female. It doesn't matter. This has nothing to do with aggression of any sort. This is purely, you turned us off. In regards to our heart and the way we feel about you right now, we don't even want to talk to you. Our FE makes us want to connect. I don't want to connect with you. This isn't about our NI. This doesn't mean we're door slamming you. This means we're fed up with you. So if we walk away from you, stop. Just give us our space. We're just fed up right now. When we stop, this is crucial. Pay attention. This means you're probably already being door slammed. You are in the process of being door slammed if this happens. When we stop giving you our feedback and we stop talking to you completely. I'm not talking the silent treatment. I'm saying we engage in small talk only as much as needed. We don't tell you what's on our mind anymore. We don't trust you enough to do so. You come to us with a problem and we say, okay, and don't give you feedback. That's bad. That is like the worst it can possibly get for you. If you're that person whose friend is an INFJ and they once gave you feedback and now they stopped, you're in danger of being door slammed. They won't tell you. I'll be the first to say it. I won't tell them. And when it gets to the point where you try reconciling with someone and they don't want to be reconciled to you, there's nothing left to do but door slam. I'm not saying make the conscious choice to door slam them. I'm saying stop trying. They're a leech, they're toxic, they're just bad for your health, let them go. If they don't pursue a relationship with you, they never wanted one in the first place, and that's not your problem. Let it go. Door slamming is a conscious action of shutting the person out of your heart. That is an act of an immature INFJ. Boom Shikha would say it's an act of self-love. Yes, it is. But when you do it consciously, it is an act of emotional imbalance. And it means you can't deal with the problem. That is unhealthy. Even psychologists will tell, I'm not talking Myers-Briggs personality types anymore. I'm talking every single person on the face of the earth. When you can't deal with your problems, there's a reason for it. Psychology will tell you this. Any psychologist will. There's a reason for it. And it needs to be addressed. It is called repressed memories. Repressed memories resurface at later points in life. And I won't get into this. This isn't a video about psychology. You can look it up. But it's repressed. When an INFJ feels the need, why do they feel the need for this? Why do they feel the need to door slam? Because it's an act of self-love. Why do they feel they need to make that call? Why do they think the only solution is to door slam? Why do they feel the only call for self-love is to door slam someone? Think for a moment. I'm not going to give you the answer yet. Get your thoughts rolling. I want you to honestly get your heart involved in this, because this is honest. This is true. Why do you think INFJs door slam people? I didn't say why do they do it. Why do they think they need to do it, and why do they actually do it? The answer, I'll give you a moment longer. Why do INFJs make the conscious choice to door slam people? And what motivates them to make that choice? And what is their reason for that motivation? We're going to take you right to the origin, to the root of what goes on in an INFJ's mind. There is a reason for them to come to the conclusion that door slam is the option. So, why do they come to that conclusion? One more question, just a side note. Why do they feel that they need to door slam someone? That's a completely different question. Why do they feel like they have to do it? Because they're not getting something that they need. That, in its simplest form, that's the answer. So, how does that make an INFJ want to door slam someone? Just because they're not getting what they need? Turning off the fan. The fan was on, sorry. The answer? Because it goes back to a need that they never dealt with. That is why INFJs door slam. Because they have not dealt with emotional... One moment. I'm being called for. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. The answer is simple. Because they have needs that have not been met. And why does that make them want to door slam someone? Because the moment the issue comes up and they feel like they can't deal with it, why do they feel like they can't deal with it? They avoid the problem. Now this goes back to, I know I'm kind of deviating a bit from what I'm talking about here, but it's because it's important. I need to explain this. An INFJ door slamming you in an unhealthy way is not the same as this door slam. Big alarm when this goes off. This right here is not the same as an INFJ door slamming you. When an INFJ consciously door slams you, after they've calmed down and regrouped themselves emotionally, wow, what a surprise, they open the door again and you're back in their life sometimes. Wow, I wonder why they had to kick you out of their life the first time. Repressed memories. It's a psychological fact. So, door slamming people is an unhealthy action for any personality type, any person on the face of the earth. When an INFJ does it, it's because they don't know how to deal with whatever's going on in their mind because they haven't figured it out yet. It's because it's repressed and they don't realize what's going on. They need to do some self-soul searching and figure out what the root cause is of why they feel the need to. This is different. When we stop giving you our feedback, this is completely different. You are in danger of being door slammed a whole nother way. In this regard, it means we no longer care enough about you to engage our FE with you. This is a conscious decision. This is bad. This means we're making the conscious choice to not give you anything of ourselves, of what's on our heart. Why is this such a big deal? Because we are empaths and we want to help people and take away their pain. The moment we quit caring enough about your pain to take it away, you've done something seriously wrong, and you need to go to your INFJ friend. You need to humble yourself and you need to say, look, dude, I don't know what's going on, but I just watched this video about how to know whenever your INFJ friend is upset and I screwed up somewhere. I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry, and I want you to forgive me. Help me to understand. What did I do? You need to go to that person. You need to zip your lips. Do not interrupt them, or they will shut you down a second time. You want any hope of them not walking away? Don't say a word. Listen, apologize, understand, and try to fix the mistake. By fix, I mean don't do it again. We won't hold it against you. once you listen, and we can read your body language with our NI, and our NI tells us this person is sincere. Be sincere, or you're not getting back in their heart. This is serious. Sometimes we can get over it, but if this has gone on for more than a day, this is big. This is very big. You need to go to your friend, your INFJ friend, or the person you know, and you need to say, I'm sorry. And you need to listen to why you upset them, and how they think and feel you're the problem. Listen, don't refute them, or else they're not even going to talk again. That's the end. If you refute us, and you interrupt us, and you tell us we're wrong, you will be door slammed of a conscious decision. And I'm not talking this door slam, I'm talking the actual door slam. You will. Have I done that? Yeah, I've done it once, but I opened up the door only to tell the person that I didn't want to be their friend anymore. So I handled it a mature way after I had door slammed them in the heat of the moment. I didn't leave it that way. I didn't just let the relationship die. I was very upset at the time, and it's because I've been dealing with this person for 5 years. This wasn't a 1 year thing. It's the same occurrence 5 years in a row. I've talked to the person 7 times about the same problem, and he just didn't get it. So finally I said, you know what, I've had enough. And then I thought to myself, for me, I'm gonna go back for me so I can have a clear conscience, knowing that I did absolutely everything I could to the bitter end. And I let our relationship end. I said, look, we're never gonna have a relationship again. Our friendship, it's over. You did this, and I don't think I can emotionally recover. You go to your friend and you listen to them. You listen to your INFJ, and after they're done talking, you apologize again, and you emotionally empathize with them. Show emotional remorse. I'm not saying you have to cry, but I'm saying don't go back to laughing and joking like everything's okay just because you apologize. It's not. We're still hurting, and you're the problem. You are the reason we are hurting. Don't think everything's okay just because you apologized. You have to build your trust back up, because if the INFJ quits giving you feedback, you've broken their trust. And that means your relationship is in tears and pieces. That's big. You have to repair your trust first. If the INFJ quit giving you feedback, you're not friends. I'm just going to say it, you're not friends. You have got to rebuild your relationship. I'm not saying from the ground up, but you've got to rebuild your trust. And it's going to take a while. They have to see that they can trust you with their heart again. So number 2, how to know you've upset an INFJ. When they give you the silent treatment, when they stop responding to your phone calls and text messages, when they don't talk to you in person, and they just ignore you altogether. At this point, they need time alone. You've upset them and they don't want to talk to you. Give them their space, it'll be okay. If all you're getting is the silent treatment, it'll be okay. When we speak in an angry manner to you at all, bet you didn't see this one coming. When an INFJ is upset, we are angry. Period. An INFJ is never, ever upset without being angry. Because we are empaths, we are always feeling for the other individuals, and we're so selfless and so naturally forgiving. By nature, we're just forgiving people. But if you upset us and we are not feeling compassion for you, we are in consequence angry with you. And I can't answer I'm starting to burn out. This video has taken a lot of energy out of me, a lot of thought. I put a lot of energy into it. So I'm kind of burning out. My NI is kind of shutting down. I'm not thinking quite as clearly as I was at the beginning of the video. But I can't answer any specifics about this one. All I can tell you is that if we are angry, we are upset. Or if we're upset at all, we are angry. So if we are upset with you, we are angry with you. We can never ever be upset with another person and not be angry with them. It just doesn't happen. If we're hurt by that person, we're angry that they hurt us. If we're sad because someone broke up with us, we're angry because they broke up with us and made us sad. If we are frustrated with the other person, we are angry with the other person. If we feel wronged by the other person, we are angry with that other person. It's just that simple. Anger always goes hand in hand with any upset feelings. And now the final one, number 4. When you being around us makes us angry at all. And again, this goes back to number 1, frowning, tense shoulders, avoiding eye contact, shorter one-word responses, ignoring half the conversation when we walk away from you because you're in the room. We're angry with you. When you approach us and say hi at a gathering, a social gathering, and we're there because our friends invited us, we just wanted to spend time with them, and you come over and our friends walk away and there's no reason for us to stay there, walk away from you. We don't say a word and we walk away. You being around us has upset us, buddy. I don't know how else to say it, so I'm just going to say it. You probably did something wrong to upset us. It might not have been intentional. You might not have ever meant to do anything wrong at all. But we're still upset because of you. It's you, buddy. And I did not say when we are around you, we are upset. That's not true. This is not jealousy. Jealousy is always aroused whenever we want something, see something, we want it, and we don't have it. This is not envy or jealousy. This is anger. When we are around you, we're not angry. We're not upset in that moment. The moment you walk in our direction, we're angry. You have now upset us. You have ruined our moment of happiness by walking in our direction. It sounds childish, I know, but just being real here. You have upset us. When I'm having a conversation with my friend and you're sitting across the table and you come over and say, so-and-so wanted you to have this. I just heard your voice. I am angry. Why are you talking? And why can I hear you? Usually, and this is a good thing, if we think this is a good thing, because it means we are nearing the end of our anger. Little psychology fact, anger that is pushed inward, repressed, that has no outlet becomes depression. Depression, when being dealt with, resurfaces as rage, boiling anger. And then it goes away. If it's to the point where we're angry just hearing your voice, it means we're coming to terms with our anger and it's soon going to be past. This is a good thing. It means that we're dealing with it. Don't take it personally. Don't be like, oh geez, I can't believe my very existence is enough to upset that man. I should go kill myself. Look, if you're having those thoughts, you need to deal with them on a personal level. And again, Holy Spirit. That's how I know these things. It's discerning of spirits. It's the gift of the Holy Spirit in 1 Corinthians 12. Yes, I heard that thought. About saying, geez, I should just kill myself. Look, you have your own emotional issues to deal with that. But if we hear your voice and it upsets us, guess what? We're immediately having emotions at the very sound of your voice. That means our FE is being engaged. That's a good thing. That means we're coming back to a place where we can connect with you again. That's good. That means we are healing. You should be rejoicing with us. We're healing. It's finally passing. And don't think being angry is any fun for us. It's not any fun for us. Don't think that being upset is fun for us. I don't think anybody likes being upset or angry. It's like fire in your bones. It literally makes you feel dry. Just literally high and dry. The adrenaline and then just not happy at all. No one likes being angry. So if we are upset because we heard your voice, you should be empathizing with us and feeling remorseful for us because we don't want to be upset at all. And if we're upset because of you, have some decency to apologize. We do it for you. INFJs are the first people to apologize. We have a habit of saying, I'm sorry, that joke wasn't funny, I'm sorry. We're always apologizing. I don't do that anymore because I trained myself to stop. I knew it wasn't healthy, so I stopped. But INFJs have a habit of always apologizing. Hey, can you roll up your window? Yeah, I'm sorry. Rolls up the window. Hey, could you push this cord? Sorry. Yeah, I'll do it. Why are we apologizing? Because we feel bad that you even had to ask us. Here's another example. Hey, can I borrow your pen? Yeah. Oh, the eraser just broke off. Oh, sorry. Here, have another one. Always apologizing. So if we're upset, if we're the first to apologize to you for everything, even things we didn't do wrong, you owe it to us. You owe it if we're upset to apologize to us. Have some decency. Swallow your pride and think for a moment that we are the ones hurting right now, not you. And I'm saying this out of experience. I have given over 59 times more apologies in my lifetime. This is an approximate number, but I guarantee you it's more than accurate. Probably closer to 100, with the amount of times I said sorry whenever I didn't even have to. More apologize than I've gotten in my life. You want to know how many apologizes I've gotten from my own family versus how many I've given? From as long as I can remember, I have gotten nearly 30 apologies in the span of 5 years. You want to know how many I've given? 100 plus. I've lost count. I lost count after like 39 in, I think it was like 2 months. Apologizing to my family. Gathering. Eric, why don't you sorry? Eric, why are you always so sorry? Now, I was raised in an abusive household, so those numbers are pretty high. Why am I telling you this? Because I know for fact INFJs are the most apologetic people you will ever meet. I know for fact because my NI tells me so. And NI is never, ever wrong. If you've upset us, do us a favor. Let us stop being angry and upset long enough to enjoy life. And let us stop suffering from the depression in our NITI loop, cycling. Why did he have to say that? What went wrong? When did he do this? And how come, to the point where we depress ourselves. Stop letting us depress ourselves and have some decency, enough compassion and love to say, I'm sorry for us. Do it for us so we don't have to be unhappy and upset. We have a right to be happy too. And we're so selfless, we're focused on you so often that it hurts us. Have some love and compassion on us rare INFJs who just want to make other people happy and love them and let them know that they are loved. Have some decency as a human being. And whether or not you're hurt, whether or not you're upset, do it anyway. If we can apologize when we're upset, you can too. There's no reason you can't. Well, I didn't have my medication isn't an excuse. That's a common excuse in today's society. I blew up because I didn't take my meds. I don't care whether you took your meds or not. You're responsible for your own actions. Your medication doesn't control you. You're just using that as an excuse. It doesn't help you control you. You make the conscious choice to enable yourself. And you know what? Speaking as one from experience, even if you were on that medication, you would still say, sorry, I have to take medication for this problem, fill in the blank. And that's why I can't control myself. Stop giving yourself a crutch to lean on. Alright? If we can cry, apologize in tears to someone whenever we feel wronged and they say, well, I felt hurt by this too. If we're in tears, breaking, just because we want to hear I'm sorry from the other person, we can say it first. You can say it without us having to ask you. If you know an INFJ who has showed these signs, even if they don't talk to you anymore, find them. You owe us an apology if you have upset us. We would do it for you, so do it for us.